Welcome back to Found a Way, everyone. I'm just hoping everybody has a blessed holiday season as we enter the new year in 2024. I just want to say we need to start normalizing, supporting, our friends' businesses. I feel like we so quick to support these rappers, these celebrities, just anybody except for our friends. If our friends have a business, let's support that in 2024. Let's uplift each other with positive energy. No fake, no middleman stuff. Let's just continue to push each other for greatness, and it'll be a better place to live for each and everybody. But a quick update on Found a Way. Jada, Arizona State women's gymnastics. She started her season January 8th. We got Callie Stokes. Is absolutely killing it right now for the Gonzaga women's basketball team. They just beat Stanford a few weeks back, and they cracked the top 25. So congrats to the Gonzaga women's basketball team. And Nick Martin, Oklahoma State linebacker, first team All Big 12 this year. Congrats, Nick. And they play Texas A&M in a bowl game December 27th. So make sure you check out Nick in action December 27th. But now let's get into it. This episode today is all about Avery Hobson and Kenzie Fiedler, who both play for Washington University softball team, who both made tremendous impact on and off the field for the program. But first of all, guys, thank you for coming on the pod. I appreciate you both. It's a blessing. Thank you, Avery, for helping me coordinate this. But this is a question for both of you guys. Avery, you can answer this first. What are you guys looking forward to the most about this season coming up, since the season is right around the corner?
I think we're just ready to get started. We have a lot of new people, a lot of young people. We graduated a lot and had a few transfers. So I think we're just excited to see this young team come together and see if we can compare to last year's team.
Nice. What about you, Kenzie?
Personally, I'm excited to play with Avery her last year. We kind of grew up together. We're both from Kansas City, Missouri. And so we either played against each other our whole lives or played together our whole lives. So I'm really excited to be with her her last season.
Nice. Did you guys have like a friendship before y'all went to college? Like how did you guys like actually meet? Did you guys actually meet before college?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seriously remember playing against her whenever we were like 10, 12 years old. We
Wow.
used to play against each other. And then when we got to high school, we were on the same travel ball team. And so we actually were teammates. And yeah, that's kind of when our friendship began.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome. It's a small world. So you guys finished 44-15 last year, which is tremendous. You finished top 5 in the country last year when the final rankings came out. But this year, I don't know if the preseason rankings came out yet, but you guys probably would be top 10. Do you feel like that puts a target on everybody's back on the team, knowing that you guys are top 10, you got this all this attention on the program because of the great coaching staff and because of just the great players that you have on and off the field?
I feel like it's a blessing to be put in the top 25. I wouldn't consider it much of a target because I feel like everyone's shooting just to be number one.
Yeah.
But I feel like it like drives us to be better, to be number nine, be number seven. I feel like it's just like drives us farther. Doesn't really put a target on our backs as much,
Okay.
but just like it fuels us to get better.
Right.
I think that sometimes just being like so far in the Pacific Northwest that we're count out a lot of the times, even if we are high in the rankings, like we don't get to practice outside most of the season. Just being so far away from SEC or like a lot of Midwest based teams, like that alone makes us get count out in rankings or just out of people's minds sometimes. So that alone, I think, like drives our team.
Okay, nice. What is coach's philosophy for this year? What is she harping on you guys the most so she can get, the full potential out of everybody, especially y'all two? Like what's her philosophy this year, you would say?
I would say confidence. We've been reading a couple books on confidence and just working out as a team. Last year we made it pretty far, but still a lot of us did struggle with confidence and just like feeling that we could be that team because we are in the Pacific Northwest and people do count us out. So knowing like we are that good and we can be that team to be number one. So she's just been pushing confidence on us and to know like that we are good and we can be better than anybody else.
Nice, nice. What about you, Kenzie?
I would just say knowing your role. Compared to other Division One programs, we have a very small roster. We only have 16 girls, so I think that um, everybody is going to have a really crucial role on this team. And just knowing that and knowing we can contribute in any way, whether that's on the field or in the dugout. So everyone is important.
Nice, nice. That's great. Everyone is important, no matter if they don't play or they do play. Everybody is important, and everybody has a part of your success and winning. But Kenzie, this is a question for you. Your batting average was 277 last year. You had 18 RBIs, 5 home runs, so you had a pretty good year last year. What are you focusing on the most entering this year? Like, what did you work on the most during this off season so you can enhance your performance in your game?
Um, I mean, just being like a competitor, I was not happy with how I performed last season. So I think, like Avery was saying, confidence is such a big thing, and I didn't experience that inwardly, maybe outwardly. Like I showed face, but I definitely think that over the off season, I just worked, um, just feeling like myself in the box, and just knowing that like my preparation is going to fuel me this season, and being more confident in all things that I do on the field.
Right. Why did you think you lacked confidence last year? Why do you think that, Kenzie? Because you're like you
Um,
might have had bad days at the plate or just other scenarios that might play into it. Like, why do you think you lack confidence?
I say this like all the time, but confident or comparison is the thief of joy. And so sometimes, like being surrounded with really great players, you can think that, oh, am I not as good as them? Do I belong here? So just sometimes I battle that, but I think it comes with age too, um, and experience on the field. So that's something that I just like had to get over myself over this off season. It's something that I'm continually working on.
Nice. And I went through it in college as well. When I came into college, I was sure of myself and just and everybody's good in college, right? So it's not like your high school team where you're the only one that's like top tier, right, in your class. Like when you come to college, that's like a wake and call that like look like this player might be just as good as you, but you need to figure out how to impact the team in other ways instead of impacting the team that you thought you would impact it like you did in high school, but it's different because it's college now and you're in the Power Five. So, but I'm still working on that as a person as well. Just not about sports, just in general, like not comparing myself to the next person. I harp about that a lot on my podcast. So thanks, Kenzie, for sharing that. But Avery, this is your last year. It's crazy, right? Time flies. But how are you feeling going into this year, Avery, knowing this is your last year?
I have a lot of mixed emotions for this being my last year. If you know me, you know I've never loved softball the way a lot of people love the game, but I
Right.
do very much appreciate it, and I'm like so grateful for everything I've gotten out of it. Um, I'm I'm sad this is my last year. I'm sad that just like after this softball's over, but I'm just so happy that I got to do these years and these 2 years at Washington. I think 2 years ago I thought I wouldn't even make it to my senior year, so
Right.
it's just bittersweet to even make it here, but I'm really excited but kind of scared. I've met an amazing group of people up in Seattle, and it is sad that I only have a few more months with them.
Right. And, I had you on during the summer. We talked about everything that you went through. And entering this year, do you feel like you're just in a better mental spot than the previous like 3 years or whatever like the things that you went through throughout college before, this year? Do you feel like you're in like just a better mental spot and just ready like just to go, put your foot on the gas pedal and just go?
Yeah, for sure. I'm just like I'm ready. I'm so excited. This is my senior year. It's kind of my I'm saying it's like my time to shine. I'm so excited. Those past 2 years were a lot, but I honestly, once I get on the field and go to practice at UW, I don't even think about it anymore. I'm just like, wow, I'm a whole different person. I'm a whole different player. Like, I'm excited to show who I am at the University of Washington.
Nice. Thank you, Avery, for sharing that. Kenzie, now let's get to you. It's important that we always be good teammates to everybody, but we're also going to have adversity. And me and Avery, what we talked about over the summer was how good the coaching staff is at Washington. So, how is your relationship with the coaching staff, Kenzie, and how have they helped you develop your game from an individual standpoint?
I think that being a college coach probably has to be a really good mix of like being professional, but also having that emotional connection with your players. it is definitely, you have to have respect of the people that you're working with. And I think that is something that the UW coaches do really good at. And also building that connections. I know that this fall we had one-on-one meetings with every single individual coach. And I think that was something that was really positive for our team. And um, the dynamic between the players and the coaches. That's something new that we hadn't done in years previous. And I thought it was a good addition.
Wow, that can really help. And I bet you those one-on-one meetings consist of not just softball, but just about life. Can you dive deeper into, don't tell us like the, because that's private conversations, but tell us like this, like the overall mix of what the conversation was like, whether it was like just talking about the upcoming season, Kenzie, or just talking about life in general. Can you go to your coaches and talk about things off the field and things that might be affecting you, whether that be on the field or in the classroom?
Yeah, totally. I think that the coaches kind of let us lead the conversation if we wanted to. If we wanted to talk about our family, if we wanted to talk about school, if we wanted to talk about softball, I think they gave us the freedom to talk about what we wanted and not force a conversation in one direction. Um, and you have different relationships with every single coach that you have, and one you may really just talk about softball, one you may talk about family.
Right,
And I think it was good to just really make those connections because we have a new group. We have new
right,
people
right.
on our staff. So I think it was, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed
Okay,
it.
nice, nice. So when y'all both going through, because not everything's going to be blue skies throughout the whole season, right? There's going to be a point in time. I know you guys are both tremendous, but there's going to be a point in time where you're both going to go through slumps during the middle of the season. How has the coaching staff helped you get out of that slump? How are those talks? Because those are different talks than just talking during the preseason and talking about just life in general. How are those talks? Can we dive deep into that? Avery, you can go first.
I think with that kind of stuff, it just goes from person to person in the relationship you have with the coach. We have a new hitting coach this year, Victoria Hayward, and we're super close. So I just feel like in the fall, I was struggling a lot. And I feel like we're at the age now where we get more mad at ourselves than a coach can
Yeah.
get mad at us
Right,
at this
right.
point. And so I think they know like we're pretty beaten up already and like their fall games and I'm going 0 for 5 and I'm so mad. I'm like, I should be crushing it. But they just
Right.
like, hey, like we worked on this. Like it's more encouraging. I feel like we're at the age where like we can't beat us down any longer. We're beating ourselves down,
Right,
but they're
right.
pretty good at encouraging us and like knowing like, hey, if you want to get into work this week, like we'll work with you. They're just like, it's what you want to do and like what's best as us as athletes, and they're really good at talking us up instead of just like meeting us in the middle or bringing us down. It's really just talking stuff like you can do this and we've taught you. You got it.
Nice, nice, nice. What about you, Kenzie? How has the coaching staff helped you get out of slump?
I think that's something that I actually had struggled with in the past couple seasons. I don't know if I had those conversations. Whenever I felt like I was struggling, that's probably where some of my insecurities came from on the field, just because I felt I was doing really bad and I wasn't having these conversations with our coaches, but I was still in the lineup. So then I'm doubting myself,
Mm-hmm.
doubting what they're thinking about me. Um, so I think that's something I'm looking forward to, and I'm more optimistic about this season because we have that new hitting coach, and I think that the relationship that her and I have developed on a personal level, like I know that she has my back. I know that she knows that I'm a good softball player and that she can get me out of my head, out of that slump if I'm feeling that way, or she
Right.
can tell that I'm feeling that way.
Okay, that's great, great, great points from both of you guys. So you know what can trigger slumps is mental health, and that's what this podcast is all about: is mental health and spreading mental health awareness. So Kenzie, I already asked Avery this question during the summer, but Kenzie, what is your perspective on mental health, and do you struggle with any anxiety or depression or anything like that? Like, what's your overall perspective?
I think that I probably experienced some severe performance anxiety at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm necessarily the best, most healthy way of getting through that, but obviously I'm working every single day towards it. I am like a pretty energetic and goofy person on the field, and I probably hide behind that even whenever I am struggling, like making
Right.
jokes or still being that same energetic person. So I think it probably is, as a teammate or as a coach, hard to even talk to me about it because on the outside it may look like there's nothing wrong, where on the inside I'm probably struggling with that pretty heavily. But it's so important, and it definitely can make or break your experience at a college levels and professional level, whatever level. I'm sure if you're not at 100% in your mental, then it's
Right.
going to be really hard to be 100% in any area of your life.
Okay. So what are you work so how are you working towards improving that for yourself, Kenzie, as far as managing your anxiety? Like what do you let me ask you this. What do you do before the games like at least try and calm your nerves? Because I struggle with that too. Like
Mhm.
everybody know me as the goofy like Mark Fair, like I'm clowning 24/7 until it's game time, right? But everybody used to clown me because I used to get a cold towel, right, and put it on my neck so it like calm down my blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, what's your like pregame, stuff that you do to at least try to calm your nerves and focus in the moment?
This is probably not what you want to hear, but me and Avery like go live on TikTok. We like I can't make it too serious because
Yeah.
that's when it's not fun. Like I I don't meditate. I don't do all these things that probably are really good for your mental health, but
Right.
like that's just kind of who I am. I'm goofy. Like if it's fun and it's a game, then I'm having fun and like being with my
Right.
teammates and putting on makeup before the game and going on TikTok live and reading the weird comments that people post, like that is fun for me. And that's whenever, like, if I'm relaxed and I'm having fun, then I know that I'll probably have a better game, whether if I was uptight and stressed.
Okay, so TikTok is that okay? TikTok, that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's
TikTok
funny.
live specifically before the game. It's like a pregame ritual is TikTok live.
Oh wow, that's funny. That's funny. But what is the goal this year? Like, what do you like, Kenzie? This is a question for you. What do you want to accomplish the most from an individual standpoint this year? Like, what areas do you want to see yourself grow in as far as like the different aspects in softball for this year that you struggled with last year?
Yeah, I actually talked about this with our coaches in our little end of fall meetings. I don't want to get like too wrapped up in statistics or I want to win this award, this award. I think that just knowing that like the team can rely on me and knowing that I am like an important contributor of their team in my heart, like knowing that that is what I want to change. Whereas I don't want to be someone where it's like, oh, she's up to bat. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen? Is she not going to produce? Like, I don't want to be that teammate. So just being a good teammate and knowing that the team can rely on me to perform, basically.
No, right, right. I definitely see what you're coming from. But you're a junior now, and now you're one of the upperclassmen now, right? So that should have like a different mind game in its own as far as like a mental approach going into the season. Are you looking to take on like a mentorship and leadership role to the younger players that are coming in and not knowing what's going on? They might have a hard time adjusting, just like everybody does in a sense, when they first get to college. But Kenzie, are you looking to take on that leadership role just like Avery is because she's a senior? Y'all, she's a senior, you're a junior. So, are you looking to take
Mhm.
on like just like more of a leadership role this year? Make sure that all the younger players know what they're doing in different situations.
I think Avery's kind of the same way where we just like we lead almost by our energy and like how we are on the field. I think that our teammates like respond to that. Everyone's going to have their own style of leadership, and I think that that's where like I can have the most impact is just being a consistent teammate in the dugout and being a consistent teammate on the field and knowing that regardless of how I'm performing, you can come up to me and you can ask me advice, ask me what this pitcher is like, ask me questions during the game, and you're going to get a level teammate who's not hot headed or whatever. Just kind of that lead by example experience, calm, but
Yeah.
also
I no wait. I feel
anywhere on the
like
field.
both you guys are like got fiery like a Kobe Bryant fiery competitiveness. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
I know Kenzie got it. I can see it. Avery,
It
I know you might
kind of
have.
gives
I think you
it gets us in trouble.
huh?
It
It
gets
Yeah,
gets
it
us
you
gets
in
in
us in
trouble.
trouble
How
trouble
does it get you in trouble?
because
because
sometimes
we
you're
just
saying
say
things that
bad
are out of
things.
pocket.
Oh, you always say stuff out of pocket to the coach or just the other team?
No, mostly to the
She
other
only
team.
says it to the other team. I say it to
Oh.
everybody.
Oh, okay.
Oh
So wait,
yeah.
wait. You start and finish it, Kenzie, huh? Or they just started?
What do you mean?
Like as far as like
Or-
as far as talking shit. Like, do they start it or do you
Oh,
start it? I know you finish
oh,
it. I know
I
you finish
definitely
it though.
I definitely am the starter. I'm an instigator for sure.
Ah, that's funny. What about you, Avery? Avery, I feel like you just
No,
quiet and just a silent killer.
No.
no, I for sure follow Kinsey's lead, and then we make it louder. But without Kinsey, I'm more of like a silent girl. I'm just like a little silent person until like something really big happens. But honestly, I just follow Kinsey's lead, and then I just copy what she says.
Okay.
The duo, it's some you don't want to play against us.
No.
That is so funny. Thanks for sharing that. So, what did you guys finish last year in the Pac-12 in the tournament?
Oof, not good in the tournament. I think
Yeah,
regular season, we were second in regular season, and then the Pac-12, I think we were like the 2 seed going in, and like
yeah.
the 4 seed
We
won it all or something like that. It
What
was like
about
kind of an
the
upset in the Pac-12 tournament.
yeah? What about the NCAA tournament? Where did you guys finish at? Like
got
first round, second round, Sweet 16.
We made
what did
it.
we tie?
Well,
We
the
tied
College
for
World Series is the top 8 teams.
Oh, okay, okay. Y'all
Mhm.
made it to that though, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
We tied
we
for
made won our
fourth or
first game. Yeah.
okay.
tied for fourth, I think.
So what is it? What is it? This is a question for both of you guys. Anybody can answer this. What is it going to take for you guys to get over the hump this year and advance further than you did last year? Like, what is it going to take? You would say,
Avery?
Um,
Avery.
okay, I got asked this question in my end of fall meeting of like, what do you think? What do I personally think this team needs? And I think we're really good. Like fall games, we were good. I just think we need to trust. We're not. We haven't worked together that long, and we're young, and a lot of people can be and we just need to trust each other. Just be
Right.
like, hey, I trust that Kinsey can go up there and get an RBI, and like she said, not be like, oh no, like is she gonna do it? Is she gonna do it? Like we need to become familiar with each other and trust each other. We just need to understand each other and trust. Just trust.
I'm tired of Oklahoma winning it. Y'all gonna have to change that. All right. Kenzie, what about you though?
I think we just need to be super gritty. I think that it's not going to be on one person. It's going to have to be a collective effort. I think everyone's going to have to chip in. I think all 16 girls on our roster are going to be starters at some point. And
Right.
in the College World Series, I think you'll probably see all 16 girls in one single game. So just a collective effort, super gritty, punch and runs through. Um, yeah, just collective effort.
Awesome. I believe in both of you guys. Y'all gonna have great seasons coming up. Thank you guys for sharing that. One more question. I get you off on here. What and Avery, you can answer this first. What motivates you guys to get out of bed? Is it to impact others? Is it to build your own foundation? Is it to have the ability to grow as an individual? Like what brings that fire out of you guys as far as like from a personality standpoint, as far as like wanting to be great on a day-to-day basis? Because greatness comes from consistency, and you got to be great every single day, no matter what life throws at you, right? So what's y'all why? Like what's the reason why y'all get out of bed and just feel hungry, just get up and feel hungry and have this fire to you guys and know that like, hey, the season is right around the corner. Like it's almost go time. So what's your why, I would say?
Um, I'll say my why is probably my dad and my little cousin. This sounds kind of odd, but just not like shooting for greatness or anything. I'm just trying to have fun. But
Yeah.
my dad and my little cousin have been my wives through it all. My dad's been with me every step of the way. Both my parents have. But my dad's always been my coach. He's the one that's there for it all. He's been the one at every super regional game, every softball game, never missed a beat. And I do a lot of this for him and just like to kind of follow in his footsteps. He played soccer. He was mad I didn't play soccer, but I wanted to show him that I could be good in my own sport too.
Right.
And then my little cousin Kason, he is 9, follows after me, wears my number, watches every single game. If it wasn't for him, I would have been done a while ago. But I just
Yeah,
want to show him like this is fun and you can do it and like it's nothing serious. You can have fun. It's not your whole life.
right.
It's fun. So I do it for those two. Those two are the ones that get me out of bed every day.
Nice. What about you, Kenzie?
I think what I have to remind myself all the time is that it is just it's bigger than like softball. Just the connection, like the degree I'm getting, the connections I'm making,
Right.
the relationships, the foundation that I'm building, like out in Seattle. I just have to remember it's bigger than a game. It's bigger than softball. And I mean, I have like ambitious plans for my professional life and what I like my family that I want to have. So just knowing that this is just a stepping stone to get me there.
Nice, nice. Well, thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. Um, Big shout out to the Washington softball team. Do you guys mind sharing y'all TikTok so everybody can go follow y'all for the pregame rituals?
Hmm. It's Kinsey
Oh yeah.
Fiedler. Kinsey Fiedler.
All right.
Just my
And
name
mine's
and my
just
last
Avery
name.
Hobson.
Is this y'all's names?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
cool,
If
cool,
you
cool.
look up one of our TikToks, you'll find the other. We have a lot of TikToks together. So,
Okay. I bet y'all do. That's funny. But thank you guys. No, no, seriously, Avery and Kenzie, seriously, it was a blessing having you guys on. Just being able to trust me and trust my platform. Thank you. And I'll be y'all biggest fan this year. I'll be tuning in and checking up on you guys, making sure you guys are okay. Okay. So enjoy the rest of y'all's winter break and it's go time. So good luck, ladies. Appreciate y'all.
Thank
yep.
you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Really
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too, Kenzie. Y'all have a good day.